Maple Hill in the fall, and this is coverage of the 2024 Massachusetts Grand Prix on GMT. What better place could you be than the #1 course in the country on a beautiful fall day? This tournament and the entire Sunstein series is presented by Sunstein LLP, an intellectual property law firm in Boston, Mass. The Massachusetts Grand Prix is our championship event, and this is our 4th year in a row of crowning a champion in MPO, FPO, MA1, and FA1. Thank you to Rivas and GMT for being there since the beginning. Thank you to Disc Golf 978, the official retailer of the Sunstein series. Kyle Moriarty will be joining me for commentary as you get a look at the green of Hole 5 at Maple Hill. We're playing the checkered flag layout in round 1 of the Grand Prix. That's the white odd holes and diamond even holes. My name is Steve Abreu. Here I am. I'm the lead presenter of this series. The Sunstein series is a 12-event tour in New England with 6 events in Massachusetts and 6 events in the other New England states. And we'll get a look here at the calendar for 2024. The players who finish in the top 25 places at each of these tournaments earn points. The top 7 points winners qualify for the Grand Prix. Here's a look at our winners. Andres Ripley took down 2. I see Kyle Moriarty there, Simon Lizotte. Shout out to Papa Chuck for taking 1 down. This is basically a who's who list of people playing disc golf in New England. And we're excited here to show you some pre-round interviews.
How we feeling?
Feeling good. I mean, it's supposed to get up to like 80 today, so I mean, it's a little cold right now, but I think it'll get better. So.
What's the game plan today?
Not finish last.
Good luck, David. How you feeling today? You ready?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah?
Let's play some frisbee.
What's the game plan?
Shoot hot in the morning because that long layout is crazy. I don't know. Hit the fairway, make the putt. That's all I got, dude.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good to see it.
I haven't played Maple in so long. It's so nice to get a competitive round in here. I think I played a layout that's not gold this decade. I'm not sure. It's kind of crazy.
Excited to see what you do, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks, bro.
Feel, what's the game plan today?
Still good. Maple Hill kind of just feels like home, and of course I can always play well on. So I feel good. New format this year, but still got to play hot, and just try to get in that top 6, advance the next round.
I love it, man. Good luck today, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to do.
All right, thank you.
How you feeling today?
Feeling all right?
Yeah, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Got a practice round in yesterday. Hopefully it pays off for today.
Yeah. And tell me, what's your game plan going in today?
A lot of birdies round 1. Trying not to miss any circle 1 putts.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, thank you.
Steve, how are you?
Doing great. Best day of the year, Grand Prix day. Love it. Couldn't be better weather, and the course looks amazing.
So tell me, what do you think your predictions are going to be for round 1?
Round 1's always a scramble. You never really know. Like last year, I thought for sure Casey White was going to advance, and he didn't. And then Harry went off round 1 last year. Conditions are much better this year, so I think maybe Dylan might score well, but we'll see what happens.
Excellent, man. Well, we all love this event every year. We love what you do, and we really appreciate you, Steve.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you. All right, Kyle. Welcome you in, Kyle Moriarty. So here we are, hole 1 white, kind of an awkward starting hole.
Yeah, this is a great hole, 330 feet downhill. You see Harry's just throwing, I believe he's throwing a P2 or just an overstable mid. And you're just playing to kind of just miss that tree on a nice hyzer line for a right-hand backhand. You get a really nice second view here with Dylan throwing a forehand. So you get to watch the hole attacked from both ways, which is really nice.
I just think it's a tricky start because the pond is there on the right. None of the players of this caliber are really the pond's not really in play, but you never really know what the wind is doing. And it's kind of an awkward length and an awkward downhill shot. So I've seen players tee off on hole 1 white 4 years in a row now. And I just feel like players of this caliber aren't playing this hole that much. And sometimes it mystifies them.
No, the white layout, ever since they moved this tee pad to the white, I feel like it's always forgotten. It's not fun. It's not over the water like the blue or diamond. It's not long like the gold. It's not short enough, so you'd rather just go play red. But it's a great shot. It really forces the player to show control, as you see some people really not in your ideal landing zone. And for this layout, and you heard everybody talk about how they want to get birdies. This is a must birdie hole. It's downhill to almost wide open, and it's right there for you.
Sam, with an effort, couldn't make it. Same for Harry, had a really tough gap to get through, but just missed it a little short. Here's Fleck for his birdie.
Oh, he wanted that hard. You could see he almost started running that in. Let's see if Dylan can get the lone birdie on hole 1.
And
there it is.
Yep, for a birdie. So why don't we talk a little bit about the format? Because the Grand Prix is this year was an 18-hole round 1. The top 6 players of the 8 advanced to a semifinal 9, and then the top 4 players of those 6 advanced to a final 9. So you really do need birdies early. And I should say the championship across all 3 of those rounds is an aggregate score. But you need birdies early because you've got to make a cut line. You have to make the cut line after 18, and then you have to make a cut line after 27. How much pressure does that put on the players?
Oh man, it really made a big difference this year. Going through and thinking, hey, you know, there's a little less pressure because now 6 players made it through instead of just the 4. But knowing that all of your scores carry over, if you're in that bottom, really made it hard to move on to that last series of 9. Dylan with the beautiful forehand getting up just past the pin here. And, you know, you recognize this hole, this diamond hole. You see the FPO layout play this version during the MVP Open. So think about what FPO is throwing during the MVP Open, and you'll see the same lines here. Harry going backhand, just missing those trees. He's up there probably circle's edge.
The nice shot. How much easier is the diamond hole than the gold?
It is much easier than the gold. From here, players are throwing mids, putters, slow fairways. When you go back to gold, you're throwing almost distance driver to get to the pin. So you can see David throwing, I think that might be a glow whale. I know he was throwing the whale pretty well.
It's a nice little baby flex shot there by David.
Yeah.
Never really, the stone wall wasn't really ever in play there because he had it under so much control.
Yeah, David has a lot of great touch, really good manipulation of the disc. Sam is just thrown just a little too hard, got that turned over. Or I actually don't know if he was going for that hyzer gap for a lefty backhand, trying to go back towards the pin. I know he kind of plays things a little differently, staying away from that rock wall.
Dylan.
2 for 2.
Yeah. 2 for 2 for Dylan. No pressure. Just an edge of circle putt there. And he'll take his birdie. Yeah. So, Kyle, you were on the other card of 4. You started on 18 diamond. And
Correct.
Who were you playing with in the morning?
I was playing with Elijah Ryder Brandt, Nate Delisle, Ruben Haggis, and myself.
And are you checking scores the whole day? Or what's your approach when, you know, there's only 8 competitors in the field?
I check scores later in the round with a couple holes left. I started off, forget if I started off well or started off slow. I think I started off slow and then kind of picked it up. And I knew that I was playing good enough where I felt comfortable making it through, but I wasn't lighting it up. And I heard some of my card mates talking about some other people on the card that were just going insane. Dylan throwing the preferred forehand on this line, just getting something to move to the right, which is great. He's been jamming on that Halo Champion Firebird. Harry just tugged just a little bit on his backhand. That's a very common mistake. Hey, there's you. And there's our wonderful Dan Nay local route photographer.
Yeah, I have my cold beverage with me. I'm watching disc golf at 9:30.
Every beverage was cold on this day.
We actually got beautiful weather this year, and so we've had 4 Grand Prix, 2 beautiful weather, 2 not so beautiful, but there's really nothing better than a gorgeous fall day playing disc golf here. So,
yeah,
you know, I think everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was definitely preferred compared to what it has been in the past. Ooh, a couple drives just leaked way too far down early. But yeah, the weather here, you really couldn't get much better. Just, you know, cold fall day. Harry's got a lot to scramble with here. Ooh. Oh, that was a beautiful shot.
It sure was because he had no line, and just to find that little layup, that touch little forehand, but that's his bread and butter.
Yeah, I'm sure the camera definitely did not do it justice, but from where he was, and just like David shot as well, cameras did not do those lines justice. They had to
Very
miss
nice
a
from
lot
him.
and got up there. Oof. So this is David to save par. Nice. That's a good save from there. Dylan to go 3 for 3, automatic.
Sam with a nice par save, and here comes Harry's par save. So we played 3 holes in the Grand Prix, and Dylan is 3 down, and he has 2 strokes on his closest competitor, I think, on this card, and going to 4. So he's got to be feeling pretty good. But this
Yes.
is a tricky shot.
Yeah, this is a shot where you can be gaining a stroke or be getting blown out of the water by your competition if you go OB or hit early. And he just snuck through. That forehand that drifts left is really nice. Obviously he's going to have a really tough shot to save a birdie, but he should be able to par from there. Harry just a little bit low and got hung up. See Dave throwing that whale again. And man, that is a nice flight. If it checks up, could have a nice obstructed putt from in there. Sam throwing a, I believe that's a keystone.
Whatever it is, it made contact
Or-
with the tree, and it's off to the left. We'll
Yeah.
see what Sam has. Yeah, he doesn't have much. Wow, that's a severe
Whoa.
angle.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just trying to find that nice wide open airspace to fly through. Didn't want to go through those tight windows and make sure something's hitting soft and gentle so he doesn't scoot down to that next level.
Oh my God.
But I'm sorry. I said he had a really easy par and I lied. He had a very, very great putt for birdie.
Oh, this is a
And-
great shot of it. That's circle
Oh.
3. I mean, that's crazy. If those are falling, you're having a day because, I mean, you pitch up, but not Dylan. Dylan's like, I have the line, I'm feeling good, and I'm just gonna put it right in the basket.
Yeah, all of his putts were dead on. I mean, they weren't from far, but they were dead on the pole. So you're putting with confidence right there. And you know, why not? He's got a really nice putt to run from distance. Good nose down. Oh,
Really
that's where
nice.
Harry landed.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice putt there by Harry. Very confident, looking at the water, but sticking it right in the chains.
That was a great birdie. Yeah. So for Harry to hit that after watching Dylan put in, that was huge. Yeah, just a little too obstructed by those trees. So Dave's going to really have to kind of dig deep here and get that par. Perfect. I know it's not a birdie, but not a bogey.
And that's Sam's par bid. And
Very
we're on to hole 5 white, which is probably another hole that these pros don't play that often. But
No.
it's a little backhand hyzer through a gap.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing playing these holes when they're shared with the reds, and you really step up to a lot of these holes and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, because every time a lot of these in the MPO field, every time you go to Maple, you're not playing reds, you're not really playing whites, you're either playing diamond or you're playing golds. So it really tests the players a lot to play these shorter, less played layouts.
So everybody in the Grand Prix field in round 1, all 32 players, we have 4 divisions of 8 players. All 32 players play checkered flag. It's the only time during the day that everyone's playing the same layout. And it's actually a nice test, I think, for all 4 divisions. I mean, of course it's easy, but the scores, as you'll see at the end of this round, there's score separation in the MPO on checkered flag, and you know, nothing at Maple Hill's a gimme. Maybe the
No.
hole's a little bit shorter, but there are no gimmies.
No, there's no gimmies. You have to be hitting your lines. And as you've seen on some of these shots that we've seen already, if you're not hitting that specific line, you're not getting to score. So if you're able to connect and hit your perfect power percentage on your shot, then you're scoring. If you're overpowering or underpowering your lines or not throwing it just straight enough, you're not going to be getting those birdies. And you're going to see a lot of our players here just tapping in a beautiful, simple little birdie. I know Sam went a little deep. He's got his par. So couple birdies, couple pars. There's your scoring separation.
Yeah, I think Sam actually did get a birdie. I think Fleck went a little deep, hit the front of the cage. Dylan is 5 for 5. So
Dylan.
It's a dream start for Dylan. But we're heading now to 6, which is a very difficult hole, even in the diamond layout. The basket off to the left, and Dylan is hitting a forehand, but I think catching a little bit of the tree early.
Yeah, if he kept pushing further to the left, he could have found that water, which is terrible to go OB left. I mean, going OB right's bad, but going OB left is even worse. Looks like Harry kind of followed the same line. Sam's actually put a great move on that. If that can hyzer back, which I hope we get to see here.
Yeah. It's a nice look here from our catch cam of Sam's hyzer and
what a
friendly tree.
When I think about Sam Henderson play disc golf, I think about him throwing those orange Saint Pros, and man, he's so good with those.
Oh.
David, hold on. Oh, stayed in bounds. Over that rock wall is OB, so that is definitely not where you want to be going. And let's see what Dylan can pull off here. The last time I said he had no chance of a birdie, he hit the putt, so.
I'm just taking advantage of the bailout zone left. And we got a view across the lake to some competitors in the MA1 division on 9.
Yep.
And
Steve, I want to get your opinion on this basket location here. I mean, I'm a player. My opinion doesn't matter. You're a spectator. You know, you've spectated this. Does this basket position being elevated and close to that rock wall, does that make it more exciting for you? What do you think?
I like it. So, in ball golf, the shape of the green matters a lot. Where you are on the green matters a lot. But in disc golf, it doesn't matter so much because, you know, the disc is going through the air. So most of the time, even if you have a tree in your way, you can straddle around. This basket makes it so that, and that is just such a clutch putt by Dylan to save par there. Total death putt. But this basket means that shots that are short but online or long but online are rewarded with putts that are easier than that left side putt. So I like the idea of upshot placement inside the circle mattering. But then you see stuff like that where it's in your head, and for Sam, unfortunately, straight over the wall and out of bounds. It is punitive, I will say that. I'm assuming you do not like it.
It's one of those things I've been torn back and forth on it. I know Harry loves this position. He loves that thought. But you know, when you're on a putting green and you look at scoring and you go through the tournament, you know, you look at MVP Open and you think about, all right, like what is that going to do? Where you're forcing a player to run a putt or lay up a putt when they're playing for hundreds of dollars, that each stroke matters. Like if you're at one hand, you're handcuffing the player from running a 40-foot putt and doing a 40-foot layup, trying to play smart, or really saying, hey, good luck, go for it. And, you know, you miss that putt, we're going to take some money from you. But, you know, it's all mental mind games.
I mean, it's professional sports. You know, every professional sport has the mind, you might lose money if you can't execute.
Yeah.
Like at this level, MVP Open, even at this level, there is money on the line, but that's why we're out here. You know, and it's okay to just pitch up under the basket. That's part of golf. If you don't mentally, you have it that day, then just take one extra stroke. I mean, you have options, which I think leads to some interest. I did see some FBO players during the MVP Open just pitching up. You don't really want to see too much of that,
Yeah.
but it is interesting. I think the changes make Maple Hill a little bit interesting. There's one thing about Steve Dodge is that he's not afraid to make changes to his course.
Yes, absolutely. He's not afraid to try new things. I think he might have been one of the first tournaments to have multiple pin locations during the tournament because there isn't two different layouts played here. So, all right, let's talk more about this round. Let's give these players some more highlights. We got nice and deep into that. Harry with a off the fairway tee shot and a really good scramble. Harry's keeping himself in this. He's 2 behind Dylan. It's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to win the tournament in the first 7 holes. You just need to make sure that you're in a position that you're in striking distance. You know, Dylan is a streaky player, and he can make mistakes, but another incredible bid just off the top. That guy is firing from everywhere right now.
He really is. And I was really lucky to play with him a lot during the year and over the past couple of years. And watching his game progress has just been an absolute pleasure, except for to my wallet and my ego. But, you know, watching him progress and start to make smart decisions and be a smart player, and then watching his putting range just get further and further. And, you know, he's got the ability to just make 70-foot putts easy and simple and just make the game really fun to watch, which not everybody has.
So 7 white is a relatively short par 3 up a gap, but there were only 2 birdies in MPO. Kyle Moriarty and Ruben Hagen were the only birdies. And we're on to 8, the iconic hole 8 at Maple Hill. Dylan again relying on his forehand, crashing into the OTB wall.
Wow, Dylan loves that wall today.
Yeah, but inbounds.
Yeah. And today, I think it's important to note that the wall is not out of bounds today, correct?
The wall is out of bounds, but you know what? I don't remember. So
I don't think the wall was out of bounds today. I think it was just the water.
I think you're right because the wall was not complete. And so
Yes.
I think we decided relatively late that we were going to play the out of bounds rules as they exist every other day and not at the MVP Open,
Yeah.
the Grand Prix.
Yeah, so I think that was just an important note to make. So it takes a little bit of stress off of this hole because, you know, I can just throw it deep and not worry about it. I didn't see their tee shot, so I didn't know if that was going to happen here at all. As you saw, you know, a couple really good tee shots getting nice and close. Sam going way out wide. Come on. Oh, just didn't have the fight.
Why did he bring that tree into it, though? Why go so wide?
Oh, I'm going to say it's a little bit of a mental error going a little wide. Like you saw, we were able to hear Sam in his player interview that he hasn't really played a competitive round here. And when you're not super familiar with that, you get that little Yankee, at what percentage, what angle do I need to hit here? So I think it was just a little off on that angle.
There's Dan and Rivas. And 2024 was our salute to the Grand Prix media team. So Dan and Gregory and Mark, Rivas, Connor, all the people, Q, who've been media members at the Grand Prix for the last 4 years, were presented with their own Grand Prix jackets this year.
Nice.
And we just, you know, they make the tournament look so good, not only on the video coverage, but on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it really is something that the players love when the photographers are out there getting them.
Come on, Sam.
That's so rude.
Oh.
How did that not go in?
I don't know. That's one of the very rare, just bad. Oh, I love this. Oh, it was just a hair high, but no way that basket shouldn't just swallow that thing up. Oh, that's rude. But yeah, I always love seeing
that's gotta stop.
all the post-tournament, everybody changing their profile pictures, their background banners, and giving all the photographers credit. And I'm sure you feel a sense of pride knowing that all these players that have been a part of your tournament are, showcasing and showing how much they enjoy being there by, their pictures are from your tournament. Great putt by Dave.
Nice confident stroke there for Dave. And yeah, Dylan was like a couple rotations of the Frisbee away from a disaster, but he'll have this for a cleanup par. I think the Grand Prix was always intended to be a celebration of Massachusetts disc golf. It's now become a celebration of New England disc golf.
Yep.
We have a beautiful backdrop, players that can do unbelievable things, and the best in disc golf media locally. And we're just proud to be a part of it. I mean, I think it's a special day. I mean, and so it does make me happy when I see all the pictures, and I think the players also enjoy, being on camera because it's actually pretty unique among sports at this level for people on a local tour to get as much media exposure as these players do.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I hate to say it, but since Rivas has kind of moved down south, we don't get a lot of as much coverage as we did before. So when we do get it around here, it's really nice. You can see a couple of these shots. Looks like we don't have a catch cam here, so it's pretty hard to tell what's going on as far as shots getting to the green, but it looks like everybody's hitting the gap. And I don't know if you saw, but Harry Chace is now 4 down and Dylan's 5 down. So we got a 1-stroke separator. David Fleck's 2 down, so he's 2 back behind Harry. Sam's even, so he's hanging in there. He still has a whole back 9 to go where he can catch some fire. He's got this putt here. Oh, good flag.
Yeah.
Good flag.
For sure. Let's see if Dylan can cash the birdie on 9.
I want to say yes.
Well, if you said yes, you were correct because
I
that's
just had a
right
feeling.
in.
I had a feeling. I didn't
He's
look.
putting so confidently today.
Yeah, and this is from a straddle, which I know he doesn't typically putt from. He's just feeling great.
A lot of spin on that putt, even from a straddle.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it helps when your arms are about 5 feet long each. Kid's an orangutan.
Harry is in
for Harry.
Yeah. So Harry now 5 down through 9. Like
yeah, Harry's 5 through now, 5 through 9, and Dylan should go 6 through 9 now.
Oh no! Stop!
Don't do that! Don't do that!
Stop!
That's just so tough to watch. But like you were saying earlier, like for a green like this, I would rather see a basket on this kind of slope and have a roll away rather than an OB line directly behind it within 4 feet of a basket.
Fair enough. It's not like I don't know. Dave hit the band, right? But that wasn't a mental thing. I just feel like you're adding in a mental component. There are the 2 Marks on our media team hanging out.
I love it. Wow. Look at that.
It's tight. But everyone's shooting pretty well right now.
Yeah. We got Dylan going through our hot score, 6 down through 9. Then we got Harry Chace, 5 down, and I was at 5 down. Look at that. What a fun surprise.
So thank you for watching the front 9 of the opening round of the Massachusetts Grand Prix. We will be back on GMT with the back 9, and we hope you join us. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, I can't wait.